Howdy fellow gardeners, welcome to Dr. Obi's Garden. In this video, I'll show you the easy steps I use to grow turmeric in containers using fresh rhizomes from the store. I also share tips to guarantee success throughout the video, so don't blink or else you'll miss out. Turmeric is one of the most versatile crops with diverse uses in the kitchen as well as many health benefits. Even more exciting is the fact that it is very easy to grow in the ground as well as in containers, so anyone can grow their own. You just need a little patience and you'll be rewarded with an almost year-round supply of this great crop. Turmeric belongs to the ginger family, and as such, growing turmeric is similar to growing ginger with a few differences. I've already done a video on how to grow ginger in containers. You can check it out with links in the description. Once you get your turmeric rhizomes, check the color of the eyes. If they are orange or yellow, it means they are fresh. These can be planted right away, but it will take longer to sprout and has a tendency to rot if the weather is cool and the soil stays wet. To prevent this, first keep the rhizomes you intend to plant in a sunny area for a few weeks for the eyes to start greening, as you can see in your shot, before starting the next step. This next step involves filling an opaque bag with moistened river sand. Now place the turmeric rhizomes on the sand. You don't have to push it all the way down. Cover with more moistened river sand, ensuring that all the rhizomes are completely covered. Tie up the bag and keep it in a warm, dark place. After about 2 weeks, you can check on the bag to know if there are any sprouted rhizomes. As you can see, some or all of the rhizomes have sprouted and developed roots as well. This is a sign that it's time to plant them into their permanent container. It's best to plant the rhizomes when the sprouted shoots are about 2 inches tall, as they have the best chance of survival. I'm going to plant all the sprouted rhizomes and you will see what I mean shortly. To plant, you need a wide container with holes created at the bottom for drainage. The container shouldn't be too deep or too shallow. The ideal container should be at least 12 inches deep, but as you will see later, you can still get a decent yield with a container that is half as deep. Fill the container with well-drained soil mix. I normally use a soil mix made up of 60% garden soil, 20% river sand, 10% compost, and 10% charcoal powder. You can also use commercially available potting mix. After filling the container, create a hole deep enough to cover each rhizome and root without covering the sprouts. Space rhizomes about 6 to 12 inches apart and away from the sides of the container. This ensures that they have room for both lateral and vertical growth. Water thoroughly, especially if the soil is dry. Keep the plants in a partially shaded area, watering only when the soil surface becomes dry. After about 3 weeks, more leaves would have developed and turned completely green. Notice that the rhizome that had the tallest shoot have grown much bigger leaves without any blemishes on the leaves. However, all the other leaves from the shoot that were less than 2 inches tall have brown margins and are developing slowly. You have to remove weeds as and when necessary to avoid competition for nutrients. If the soil gets compact, you have to stir it occasionally to loosen it. 2 months after transplanting, you can apply more poultry manure or compost. A few handfuls should be enough. Mix it into the top of the soil thoroughly and water it. Notice again that the rhizome which had the tallest shoot at planting has grown much bigger, whereas the others are trying to catch up. At about 4 months after transplanting, more shoots would have grown and the isolated plants would have turned into clusters. More big leaves have developed to increase the surface area for photosynthesis. The soil may be stirred before watering if it's too compact. This ensures easy penetration and even distribution of the water. Now would be a good time to give it the final dose of fertilizer by applying and mixing in a few handfuls of decomposed poultry manure or compost. If you want the plant to mature early, then don't give it any fertilizer later than 4 months after transplanting. Don't forget to water lightly after each fertilizer application. This ensures that the plant gets access to the fertilizer immediately. If you are enjoying this video, register your approval by smashing the like button and also share it so that more people will benefit from it. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon to receive updates on our new videos. Leave a comment or question and I'll be happy to get back. Your support is greatly appreciated. After about 9 months, the turmeric will be ready for harvest. You know the turmeric is mature when the leaves dry up and die down, just like ginger. Once the plant begins to dry up, you have to stop watering to prevent the rhizome from sprouting and starting the cycle once again. To harvest, just pull up the whole clump. Notice the extensive and massive root network and the rhizomes hiding in between. You have to break the clump apart to access all the rhizomes. It looks like it's gonna be a big harvest. Although the container used was only 6 inches tall, we have still been able to get a decent yield. If you have more turmeric than you can eat, you can share with your neighbors or dry some to turn into turmeric powder or both. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos or see you in our next. Until then, it's adios.